Yes, Fambulem, let we drive away tribalism now. Let we forget about nepotism now. Because now one green salon we get. That we all come together as one people. And I can always say the SLPP motto, it's unfortunate that the party don't take them, but then they be supposed for be salon motto. One country, one people. One people, one country. It really resonate and it mean a lot. So at this time, let we borrow that motto there from SLPP. Let we use them as way for bring Salon Cam together and for push that country they go before. Fambul we don't come again with another edition of politics and economics. And this show now we dey blend the two because it actually you get one without the other. Because when I know say the policy they shape economic activity and also economic activity they influence the politics. Because if people really think stronger, just like how Salon people say thing be stronger and Tolongbo no go sit on there and then pull them. So I don't know who sing that they prepare now for 2028 because 2023 with all the hiccups for they being we now. So for the people that will just join and we're not enforced them this for join VOS and this program particularly, my name is Abdul Karim Kargbo, I'm based in Canada and me day-to-day work where they do, me an economist. So this topic, again, na topic we for dumb, na me specialty, but I go try not to go too technical. I go just read the article where the Minister of Finance, it sort of ring the alarm. It don't set the alarm bell. But we all know say them people and they then get tough job. Which make I say tough job. When you look at the situation where they face themselves with, if even they know say the government know they go in the right direction. And again, that's something where it happened mostly in Africa, but we don't they see under Donald Trump, something like that. Don't they come through and people and they tell and wait you want for ye. But a more common in Africa than the developed countries them. So now that make I really can feel for the finance minister and also particularly the bank governor of Salon because they on that tight rope for let it go put in foot down and say no, Papa President, this path where the country they go so not to the right path. It go take the country into big trouble and people then go suffer a lot more. And as a result, the Bank of Salon it get the authority, as a matter of fact, if no more government no intervene, it get the authority for mass break par boku irrelevant unnecessary spending them. But unfortunately, the way how Africa set up, that may not can be the case. So Fambulem, because of this warning, I know that's something where I don't they talk severally. Now this platform where I talk about say we need for really look closely how we dey continue for spend, how government they continue for spend, because very shortly we una remember then that year I be don't give example to credit card where they're not gonna ask you they're not go come after you even though your statement go show say okay you balance now so amount let's say if your credit limit now $1,000 and you don't spend 900 and let's say 50 $950 so you just get $50 room. Some people they even spend the entire 1,000, they even go above the 1,000. And within the credit card can do, they can just send the statement and tell you, say, okay, well, this now your minimum amount where you get for pay. So you go call that one day as a servicing fee or servicing charge for let you credit card go continue for run and not go consider delinquent, you get certain amount where then go ask you for pay every month. So now similarly, so now salon. So meaning that that credit card example, if you spend, let's say, half of the 1,000, you spend only 500. So the interest where you get for pay, or the money where you get for paying total where you owe the bank now 500. So but then go just plenty credit card in there, then go just ask you for pay the interest as the minimum, and probably slight something where it go be very marginal. Now make, if you always they pay no more the money where they say like the minimum amount we for pay by your credit card, it go take you almost forever. You're not going to pay that credit card off, because the money where they ask as a minimum payment, mostly it cover only the interest. And sometimes if they go to the principal, you don't even notice the difference. Now small no more. So the more you go closer or you go to the limit, the higher the minimum payments get for B. So in salon term, now we call debt servicing. So that debt service in payment, the debt, the principal money still they will get for pay, but that for service the debt. So the more we take debt, more debt, that means the money what we pay towards servicing it is higher. And if you factor back in this current situation where interest rates don't go up, so even they bump that payment even further. So now that make I want, because of this alarm, I want to talk about this particular topic. And what in the finance minister say, a one salon for high debt service in payment, say it go jeopardize the agricultural investment. On a member, the country, President Bill say from education now in priority now feed salon program, but where it come by economics, not to talk no more, you get for do the real thing. So if you know do 1 plus 1 equal 2, and then you say 1 plus 1 equal 3, we all know say na wrong math. So you not go say you want for feed salon, the government for responsible, but yet you they go too deep into the debt servicing, you they pay more, where in turn the money where they left for let you go do other programs them not plenty. So if the money need increase, we for do other programs them, and this na big program for feed salon, so the math not add up. So now all that I get for talk about as the main topic tonight. But fumble them again, I know say I don't talk about this topic plenty time. But however, because of that, I will try for go straight to the phone numbers them, like open the phone lines, so we all go start the ball rolling and discuss about this issue. But I get other issues them we I want for set the stage for maybe the programs that we go come on Saturday and Sunday now about drugs now that country day. Within a week, we don't get boku boku news about drugs. So I want to talk about that a little bit. I know we'll go deep because we get VOS get videos where we interview people them. Now one area where the picking them be they sniff the chemical where they mix these drugs, and apparently now lab where they make kush. So again, I go just scratch the surface and I will go too deep into it because I want to spend a lot more time for talk about the economic situation of the country. Okay. So for the people and way they join me from North America, yeah, I will encourage you now follow on our call, and the phone lines they open right away. So on our cable call we and toll free. And what in that mean toll free? It means say we now viewers now we they pay for the call where they call this number. So if you then are North America now toll free, and North America includes Canada, the United States, and Mexico. The number for call now 1-866-944-7722. 1-866-944-7722. If they call from the UK, this is not a toll-free number, but we get a local number where you call, where then we just charge you local rate. And that number there now plus 44 2080891455 plus 44 2080891455. And if you dey call we from Australia, from Bulem, the number where you can reach we from Australia is a local number now plus 612909843337 plus 612909843337. If you know and call any of the numbers and they because you know they're not then country then they, or if even you didn't then country then they, you still want for reach we other way, no worry. We get within making call, we want port number with any country regardless of whose part of the world you're able for reach we as long as you get internet. Call this number when our WhatsApp number, and that number then now 1-343-997-5828. 1-343-997-5828. And also we get we radio station as Salon, Freetown specifically, and our radio station there na 98.9. So Fambulem, this 91.9 FM. So I go encourage you now for if the people them way they able catch for learn tune in because they get plenty community programs them and national programs them as well, where they go able una go able for listen to and participate in the different programs them. I want for say plenty thank you to the person where they manage the radio station, that salon, and all the people them where they push that salon radio they go before. So if you there any other part of the country, you're not able to catch the radio directly, no worry. All you need for do is you get your small top up and download the app. So this is not the VOS app, and you can download it at the at the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. And you just need for type VOS television. You go able for see the link and download them. And when you download them, you go see boku other interesting things them. And for the people that were not familiar with that app they we not download them it. When you download them, you go see this. So this now the first page where you go see where you download the VOS television app. And you get with VOS radio station, you get with VOS TV station, and you get with sister network also with now the TAV, the African Voice Network. If you tire with salon music and the music way they play at the FM station, the VOS FM station, you know, too they enjoy them. We always like for give people an alternative, fumble them. So you get an alternative where you can able for go to, and that's not the TAV network. So that's not the third button to you right. So we gonna encourage you for you just tap that button there and you're able to enjoy music live. And we also get a dating app. We don't also include people and we na non-Sierra Leoneans them because again by popular request. So we get salon people and they, we get non-salon people and they. So if you want to try something new, we're gonna encourage you for definitely check that out. And not shame more because I know say African people then go one for say they for whatever reason you they look for man or you they look for woman now the internet and stuff. No, fumble them there. Let we not shame with that because what can happen when you shame you they lose out on boku things them. So me go encourage you now definitely let on not shy at all. So fumble them, that's not the app, and that's now waiting I will call the housekeeping items them. So let we talk a little bit about the drug business. Let us show now just the headline, and I'm not gonna go too deep, like I say, in terms of talking about the teen way they really monitor people in that country. They particularly we young people them, and we all know say the young folks them as well, na yourself, and you say na the leaders them of tomorrow. So if we not teach them well, we not set the stage for them properly, wetin go happen, me fambulem, salon future e not go be bright at all because them picking their youth then they that then get for take after Mother Bio and the other leader then we get for camp where they retire. Because Mother Bio self at one point to know say himself be himself na be picking. But we grow up, and because of the way we they raise them and plenty other things, them allow them the opportunity now for serve the country. So the same thing again, plenty of the young man and woman here, they're brilliant. So if we allow drugs for really mess them up, not only them fumble and they suffer, the country as a whole they suffer fumbling. So I just want for let we understand that because some people then go feel say, oh, because it happened to me on picking or to me on fumble, so I not get for worry or I not care. No, they are a big fumble them. Let we all care because that country they salon business, as they can say, not a woman business. Now we all business. So they are big. So let us show on some of the headline them. So this one now we talk about so drug lab uncovered at Baptist Secondary School in Allentown, Freetown, amid toxic air pollution. So what didn't happen there? Again, as I say, I will just give you a brief on that because we get videos, and I know say on social media we don't see plenty other videos that would not go viral. But we VOS we self be do some interview with the people them on the ground, and we able for bring una by God's grace. We come with either the Saturday program or the Sunday program. We go try for left room for that discussion day. So Fambulem, them people there, as I say, I go just give una a brief talk about it. Them people there, when I see the lab, and you get few machine them where they use for produce these drugs, and apparently they get the allegation say na kush then people are they try for make. So that with all the fight where the administration they fight, the police then they fight, law enforcement I mean they fight, but still people and this imagine on Allentown for say something na the bush area no. Now people that we know Allentown, it go considered a rural part of the city, so western rural. And for like near school, then people that get the mind, bold mind, for they make something where they know say them chemical then they breeze can fly with them. So it easy for let somebody inhale 'em. So for let them get the mind, they na place like that. So apparently I go say na place where congested because imagine inside school day, say most times school then can put them at a residential area. So for like people in day na that area day, then una go put on a lab day. And this lab it involve toxic chemicals there. And we tell God thank you, people intervene very quickly, rush with the pikin and go now hospital, and we know you say any pikin die, but some pikin they really affected badly. So this now one of the things them we now something as I say, according to the news in fact, now today the right time, but now yesterday happened. We manage our send for we the clip yesterday. So in addition to that, and then catch boku boku things then, but where we go into detail, maybe Thursday, Saturday or Sunday program, on our go able forget better understanding. So I go tap there in terms of this story. And the other story we also then are the news. This we brother security for people then catch them. So initially they be suspect them. This it must happen. Say now somebody go don't tip the police or law enforcement because for like then go deep into uncovering this particular thing. I want to give them kudos. Really, really want to give them kudos for that. Because imagine for like this person, the side where he hide the kush, he open a tape. We all know waiting a tape, eh? I know say he had for see the now abroad. But this not tape. He open them, he put the kush inside. So I don't know now the kush smell if Nadande alerts the police. I'm not able to understand. But nevertheless, I want to give the police or the security force them kudos for where they're able because this the average person it go act for let you see somebody old tape and then you say drugs they inside that tape there. But you really guess so and then the self go be a wild guess for like you go come to that conclusion there. But however, the police they're able for apprehend this person, for uncover this kind plot to an extent that they're able for open the tape and then see what's in the inside there. Me fumble them. This is something I will say thank you to we law enforcement. This then deserve for praise them. So if now somebody give the police a tip and disclose this, one for say kudos to that person there or then people in there. And as a matter of fact, now yeah, now one of the ways that then can go after criminals them or drug then call them drug lords, warlords or something like that, um by people and gain information on them particular people there. So Fambulem, let us just kind of read very just the first two paragraphs. So Unagobul will understand exactly how this person and Usai may go with them. And that's not the troubling part. Security forces apprehend suspected drug dealer with kush hidden in musical tape. In a determined effort to combat drug trafficking, joint security forces stationed at Fala checkpoint arrested a Sierra Leonean national, Magnus Jordan, in the early hours of Wednesday, November 20th, 2024. The suspect, a native of Mokondi, I hope I pronounce that well, Mokondi, and resident of Obama Junction, Regent, Freetown. So again, this person, resident in Freetown, was intercepted while traveling to Kenema aboard an Ali Abbas bus. So una see, they pull him from Freetown. They carry and go upline, Kenema. So that's not the one other reason we make us say, dear, let we not see this drug fet as APC SLPP argument or as East versus the North or Southeast versus Northwest. Because imagine if we use that argument there, this person pull am from the western part of the county, they can go to the eastern part of the county. So quickly, according to initial findings, Jordan was found in possession of parcels containing a substance believed to be kush, cleverly concealed within a musical tape. The arrest, which took place at approximately 7:30 a.m., was part of ongoing operations led by Detective Police Constable 18286, Mohammed Patrick Ngobe, and his team. Thank you for that, Mr. Patrick Gobert. Thank you. Fala checkpoint is widely recognized for its vigilance in detecting illegal drug consignments. So, me fambula not so small consignments them pull they all. Look, the bodo parcel them. It's a tape. So imagine this person then catch him. Highly likely, sometimes not to the first time this. Now person where be don't they do this. Because for let it get the mind and put her inside tape and this much that they tell we say this person feel like a rookie, like somebody who just starts this business. And they come through like say this now somebody we don't they do for a while. So the third case linking to drug within days na salon. 60-year-old woman and catch am with what we they call jamba cannabis at Pujon, Liberia border checkpoint. If I'm see. So this now another major reason why we not for settlement. Why we not for say not to me business. Because this they give salon bad name. This mommy, 60-year-old mama, this mommy, wetin he do? He put la just read for una quickly. Let una self get full understanding of wetin this mommy do. So according to the write-up Naya, 60-year-old woman caught with suspected cannabis at Pujon, Liberia border checkpoint. Police stationed at the Jelehun checkpoint along the Pujon, Liberia border highway arrested 60-year-old Geneva Calon for allegedly trafficking suspected cannabis sativa. The arrest occurred during a routine vehicle inspection where officers discovered 12 compressed parcels of dry leaves concealed among her belongings. The suspect was immediately detained and later transferred to the regional police headquarters in Bo. So fumble them. This mommy. 12 parcel. And look how the parcel them big, bodo. Keep them, hide them inside your own luggage. 60-year-old mommy. So this they show how far we can't get on go in terms of these drugs. And imagine, highly likely now Liberia want go sell them so. So meaning that if we begin get tension between Liberia and Salone, Liberia, Guinea, then begin accuse we, like I should say, story we don't come out one time, we say Guineans, then say Sierra Leoneans, then they carry drugs na Guinea and all that kind of thing. And I think I be done yeah, one time a story where Liberia self accuse Sierra Leoneans them for cargo drugs, kush particularly in Liberia. So when you look into that, fumble them, and remember this we dey talk about collaborating with we neighbors them for let we get peace. So but if we neighbors them, just like the tension where they go on right now between the United States and the neighbors them, Mexico and the north, the the areas then the South America, and most times they will go through different cross points them. And even at one point, Canada self Naya, we don't get some tension with respect to that this kind of accusation. So it's very, very important for Mbulem, for let we understand say this drugs, not to just who picking them all. They destroy we picking them, and now they want go na other country, go destroy that country, they will go create tension between the two countries them or the three countries them, Guinea, Salon, Liberia. So me fumble them, and when I see the connection, the first guy they pull am from Freetown, they carry and go Kenema. This mommy, they pull am from Pujeon, they carry and go Liberia. So when I see, so people them where they feel say this is a partisan argument and stuff like that. No, drugs they everywhere in the country. So we all need for team up, triangle one, tighten we our jaw for make sure say drugs, if you not get for completely be eradicated, but let we minimize them in that country day. Because it's not good for the country. So Fambulem, now they I go tap with that particular story day. So Fambulem, while I go come to the main topic in a moment, another thing we Boku of una maybe not go see problem with this other story we I dey come up with. This story. Deputy Speaker demands, una underline that word, demands Chinese contractors settle 3 billion debt owed to machinery operators. Wetin make I should say Boku una go ask? Well, the Chinese them cookish and all get no empathy or sympathy for them. So yes, they for go after them. But the question is, who that for go after them? Mr. Shillon and Mr. Jamboria last Sunday, then talk about one other warning where the Speaker of the House pull against social media people them now the social media. So they warn them. And then talk about the overreaching of them people here. So now they take even more. So let's tell Una why I think say not to this path Salon need for go. As much as Boku people then go say, oh well, Tawa they do well, they do this, they that. I want to realize one thing. If we continue for they allow them people here for take power away the constitution or give them, you know what they do so? We they weaken the institutions then we suppose for do the work with them they do so. And when that happen, it undermine what I will call the separation of powers. So the question is, if Salon don't be a country where anybody will feel say powerful can just take up on himself, do the work of the other branch, whose message would they send? We say that foreign investors they come. If somebody want to go invest in a Salon, you see this kind of headline. Say the deputy speaker, it demand for a Chinese contractors them for settling debt. Hey, my brother. Now the deputy speaker enroll that. Now parliament enroll that. So if somebody want come invest, you see this kind thing, you know what you go think? Say if I run out of them favor, the judiciary not get much authority in this country. So the politicians them, and then they call the shot. Parliament supposed to make laws that in primary function that. And then can investigate cases in a form of oversight But in terms of now where they want for enforce the law, no, not to parliament work down there for enforce the law. So for enforce the law, we get law enforcement body, where yes, part of it can considered, say, the executive branch, because the police they under them. But the people them way for give order according to even the constitution. It will be the judiciary. The judiciary supposed for settle dispute between people them. Parliament not get no business for do this kind of thing. Now just read for una, let una get a little bit of perspective. I'm not going to read the entire article, but let una just get a glimpse of what they talk about. Sorry, this is not it. So I sort of zoom them a little bit before I display them. So una go get, as I say, I'm not going to read the entire article, just a glimpse of it. Deputy Speaker demands Chinese contractors settle 3 billion debt owed to machinery operators. The chairman of the Public Accounts Committee and Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Ibrahim Tawar Conte, issued a stern warning to M.A. Rumi regarding the payment of an outstanding debt of 3 billion owed to machinery operators for their services under the Regional Rice Value Chain Project and the Family Support and Recovery Program. They fumbled them. Just that first paragraph. Waiting really concern Parliament on that. And if okay, then people that don't work, they not pay them and all that stuff, then they guess what? If na labor dispute, we get Department of Labor. Ministry of Labor. We get Ministry of Labor. Where they can go lodge complaint to the minister or the ministry, and then if anything warrant for take them people here to court, then get for run them now by the person we considered the lawyer for the country, we represent the government, and that's going to be the Attorney General. Attorney General and Minister of Justice. So that's not the proper chain. But for let Parliament take them upon themselves, because for waiting you want, for let the president think so you work, or for let Sierra Leoneans then think so you work, so you take power away you not get, and by so doing, whether you think say intentional or waiting, but it get consequence on the image of the country. Because as I say, foreign investors, them, foreign companies, them, they see this kind of thing, they go kind of wonder. Say, it's not a good place for investor. Because it's like everybody they capu power. If you as a parliamentarian, yes, you're not chairman of the Public Account Committee. Public Account Committee. You need for the deal with the government. We're certain accounting, like for example, the Auditor General, if they get something at a report and that thing there for whatever reason, after una don't investigate the report, una need further clarity, for more information. Now that's una there for. Una call the people that were involved. But under no circumstance, Parliament forget direct dealing in any kind of case here, where to some extent we considered labor dispute, you considered private matter. So dear, I beg the people that we know, Mr. Honorable Tawa Conte, certain things then they back way he don't do, like for collect money from people and way he say they owe the auditor general, then he report he say them people and for pay the money, and parliament call for that pay. Oh my goodness, what a mess. So it's like either they don't know their role where they're supposed to play, or they just they overreach, and then they're dangerous. Not a good approach that. Maybe salon people them go see and like say, oh, they work just like Ben Kelfala. With certain things then they we all see. The treatment of the teachers them. We're not supposed to be role. But guess what? It interprets the law where now the ACC act in your way. And as a matter of fact, not to is supposed for interpreter, not to enroll that. The role of interpreting any law in a salon, not the judiciary, not to Ben Kelfala. But that time they, na public, he argue, oh, according to the act, he try for interpreter, waiting in mean and stuff. But guess what? Unfortunately, salon, like how they can say, you need to win government. Because then teachers and they be supposed for sue 'em at the court. Like how it can happen now, yeah. Yeah, when you overstep, you bound, they sue you. I make even if you sue government because government do something where not they in them power, within them power, people that don't win cases against the government. But Salon, clearly they cannot breach certain part of you right. And then guess what? If you argue too much, they lock you back up. Oh, if I'm you are not to banana republic with it. So I just want to throw this out there. For say, let we try for maintain. Yes, it not be absolute something because even USF you get some gray area. But at least let we not try for weaken the institutions them where we say they're supposed to be independent. And this is now one simple example if we continue with that. So now let we go to another topic where this topic again is very important, even though maybe it will cost Sierra Leoneans them plenty money. But for the fact say the administration, the people that were responsible, then step in and try for address them, to me it really attract my attention. This topic. Immigration Department warns against fraudulent visa website. And for the fact say they're really, really very timely. Because remember, Boku people they try now for get them visa, particularly we will get foreign passport, even though born as saloon. So Boku people can use them foreign passport, and where you they go with the foreign passport inside salon, even if you born there, you get visa. So for the fact say people they really try for go holiday and make sure say they get all the necessary documents then particularly the visa. So for the fact say as soon as they observe this, they really come at it and then release this warning. So not to long read, let's just read a little bit of the warning Naomi fumbled them. Because let people fully understand. I can always like for appreciate then kind I will say proactive measures there. And it's very important for let we recognize that. So within the immigration office, they say, the immigration department, And we all know say fraud as something we it don't rampant. People and they use the internet, impersonate people, thief their identity and all that. So again, because then come with this quickly where they know, and nice for give them kudos for that. So it didn't say. Immigration Department warns against fraudulent visa website. The Sierra Leone Immigration Department SLEED has issued a public warning regarding a fraudulent website and then put the website, which is www. Well, the website itself now visasierraleone.com. So now see how then criminally are try for be clever. So if you search, say, you know what, I want visa for go salon and stuff, you just type Visa Sierra Leone or Sierra Leone Visa, highly likely this website will come up. And when I see the first part where say HTTPS, it means say na secured website. So they're secure where you not get forget any flag and say this not a secure website. So you therefore be careful of the information where you they transmit on this website. So they're secure. So when you see HTTPS, say, well, it's secure and everything, so it will be any fraudulent website, illegitimate, and me fumble them. Unfortunately, it's not. So let read that part there again. The Sierra Leone Immigration Department SLEED has issued a public warning regarding a fraudulent website which falsely claims to issue Sierra Leone visas. In a press release, the department emphasized that this website poses a serious threat to the credibility of the country's official e-visa system. And that's not the other thing. As I say, the country image. Because, visa, not a huge money, the cost for visa, salon visa particularly. But guess what? The image of the country. So if then people and they do something terrible, they bounce back and say, oh my goodness, salon, they defraud people for visa and stuff like that. And we all know, say, at this time where we they look for foreign people and for go salon, either as tourists or investors, we want for do we best for minimize then kind terrible news here. So it continues to say, SLEED clarified that only authorized platform for Sierra Leone visa application is its official website, and then give the official website. You see, this not the other thing though. I not say they want for shorten the name, but where you put www.slid.gov.sl, it look more suspicious. So the site where supposed for be the correct site, it looks suspicious because you kind of think say SLEED. Yes, now abbreviation of Sierra Leone Immigration Department, but why una not do SL Immigration? Just for let people and fully understand. Because not everybody go understand this abbreviation. So when you put the two together, you go feel say that other one where say Visa Sierra Leone, now in the legitimate one. So the people they utilize that confusion there for scam people them. So according to them now, if you go to this slid.org.sl, it will redirect you to the government mandated e-visa portal, which is evisa.sl. So why then need, oh my goodness, Sierra Leone? I know say yes, we did BN in terms of technology and in terms of how we they implement the kind of protocol, yeah, internet protocols. But for goodness sake, why put SL visa? You get Boku other ways them. So when somebody see SL visa, you SL go remind you send a Sierra Leone and visa. Put something way easier for let people recognize. Or you even make a www.evisa.sl. So the SL, send a Sierra Leone. Even though people can still buy a domain name with SL extension. Because then country, if I want to buy a domain name with Canada.ca, I can do that. So somebody can even use any kind name and put .sl. So I don't know if Salon get for authorize the use of the SL. I don't know much about that. But yeah, you they buy .us, .sl, .gov. You they buy all the domain then they. So yes, I know say the fraudsters they're very smart. But let we try for minimize the vulnerability. Let we not make them too easy for them. Let we try for make a little bit harder so that time day we go get fewer people them we go try for take chances. But if you make them too easy, Oko people then go take chances. And guess what? It go hinder the country. Just as them put them, the country image go be affected. So I just decide for throw that out there. And I notice say somebody done the flash now the before even I set the stage. I don't see this person don't they try for call solar attempt for know if at all now this program the person they call or maybe this
Hello?
person. Hello VOS network caller waiting on your name and also they call we from please.
Yeah, Mr. Kargbo. Good evening. How you doing?
I did do well, bro. Thank you very much. I will feel say now somebody else they call different program. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
bro. So waiting are you contribution to the program? Wait we don't discuss so
Yeah,
far.
I get few contribution. One, let me just talk about the budget that was read last Salon. That budget, Salon economy is due. Not very well. Because even the 15% increment they are talking about, and inflation is in the middle of the 30s, 35, 37. I will look at it. I give somebody 15% increment. Is that increment? The disposable income of that person is going to be minus 15. So today, how you going to live today? And we are expecting inflation to rise because of the hiring more people. And I saw the president continue to give appointment to different people. So the money is inflation go Moku and the loss of value. Inflation go high. So they give 15% to workers. I don't know how people go for living in that country. And when they expect rest prices to come up, and all this they use do, they say additional tax. But that tax, the 10% that was issued last, was not fully implemented, and they are expected to be fully implemented. So that was just really going to be challenging to Slovenia. I hope and pray with brothers and sisters over there, they're going to help them. The second issue we measure, hello?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll listen, sir.
Oh,
Go ahead,
yeah,
please.
the second issue we talked about, fiscal. I don't see a lot of people to comment on this fiscal. I don't even know how the fiscal is going to operate. Have we ever asked Madam Bio how you going to feel Salon? Is the government that's going to feel Slovenians? Or now for motivate people to come into farming and feed themselves? Or for make produce more food? Who will force the price for Kanda? So that is Salon, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work. It's not clear to me. I don't even know how it's going to go. The only thing when you talk today, where I mean, respectfully disagree with you, Lala, about Tawa, about the Chinese contractors, we Tawa, according to the newspaper, this is a choice of all, or it's a demand to pay the 3 billion. I think, as you rightfully said, Kawada are the head of the account committee in the policy. So whatever audit reports, they will submit that to him as head of the account committee. I think that doing that follow up, he called the Chinese, make a follow up. And he found out say this morning, I'll be outstanding. You guys are making profit, huge profit. Why are you not paying this chicken chain to these Chinese? I believe say if you do that, I don't say you do anything wrong. Because as the head of account committee, not just sit down or one person can tell her. It's something that was presented in the audit report. And they must have get a committee or meet as a committee and demanded. That's what they are the people's responsibility. Rather than taking to court, I will know how the delay will be 2-3 years. So if I can do that for the people, yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that to the other people. I feel say that's why, even though that's not the major reason why we elect them to parliament. But if you see, say, your poor brothers and sisters, they are suffering, and you use your office wisely, you don't use the money for putting in your pocket, you give it back to the community, I feel say the reason that we elect them, they are representing us in parliament. And since he don't head that committee, he not proven to be effective. They have gone behind the city councils, McKinney, Moore, Kenema, Freetown, all these city councils. And I appreciate that it's working. Rather than the previous guys, they were doing nothing. I don't know if they don't go, but I rest my case for now.
All right, and you just amplify the point where Abide make. So you make a point and say the judiciary not effective. So as a result, it take long period for settle
Yes.
case. So it okay for Lester step in and resolve the
As
case.
people's representative.
Sorry?
I said as people's representative.
Yeah, but no, not to Parliament no get the authority for enforce law. Parliament not to enforce, then can enforce the laws them or that within they call SO within Parliament. That's not in confined because now entity on its own. But for say the public law outside of Parliament, they don't get that authority there, me brother. So
No,
now
Mr. Kargbo,
I
this is
say yes.
not an argument. No, I don't want. The parliament, the account committee or any other committee where they do oversight, when the auditor reports are presented to them,
Yes.
they have enforcement within that.
No.
Anything that they can recover it.
No.
That's the reason why they call the various ministries.
No.
And
They only investigate. They only investigate. Parliament no get any authority for enforce the law outside of Parliament. They don't get that authority. They go back to the Constitution again. Not to just Salone. Everywhere.
Even America, yeah. When they send those Congress whatever committee,
yes,
the Congress even right for taking staff prison without going to court.
No.
If they feel say
No. Parliament no they send you go prison. No.
Congress now they send people to prison.
No, the case the case a different, me brother. You know
no, it's not agree say Congress now get right. For sanctions, it's supposed to be thought of a number of Congress with them without going to court.
Okay.
They can send it to prison. Mr. Kargbo.
Again.
Yes,
I
sir.
don't want to go deep into the technicality of the parliament in the US where you give an instance to. Let we just take simple one where people and go remember. Donald Trump, January 6 incident, the joint committee, what did they do? They investigate. And the joint committee, they found them liable. But guess what? They hand over that situation there to the Justice Department. The only way a parliament can act is for pass impeachment proceedings. But for say, even where they don't found them liable, then go jail to them. No, parliament's not got that authority there. My brother, again,
Me,
through separation of power, and now that's make even where parliament subpoena you, you know, they go through the judiciary for force you, or then go charge you contempt of court. So,
so
sorry, to contempt of parliament.
parliament.
Yes.
And
So if
when
you
they charge you contempt of
if
parliament,
so if
you
they
are not going to
charge you
go
if they
to
charge you
court.
with contempt of parliament, it then at the constitution right there say an offense. So because of that offense, they end the provision also the waiting will be the consequence if parliament charge you with contempt. So not to say then go just take come upon themselves, investigate something, send person go jail. No. Then go only send you
No,
go jail directly
Mr. Kargbo, just
if
like what you have said, the account committee, like the Auditor General report, like the property of parliament, and they get enforcement power for
and anyway,
enforce after
and anyway,
investigating.
let me not argue. I go encourage you for
Yeah.
go read further. I go
Okay.
encourage you for go read the Constitution further and look at the functions of Parliament, enforcement outside of Parliament, and not they, my brother. Because even the report where you they talk, all they can do is they investigate the report and then send the findings to the law authority or the enforcement authority for enforce the law where anybody breach. If law say the investigation shows say you engage in corruption, then they send them go, then take them from there now, and you go court and all lentin and there and face the corruption allegation. And then they self it not necessarily means say where parliament don't do the investigation of a corruption case, it's the final side. No, not at all. That is not just the start of the process. So the court now in of pass verdict on the Bible, my brother. If parliament, no. Let me not they do that. Let- yes, we judiciary weak, but guess what? Like I was saying no more. If countries them or people them, investors them outside, they see this kind of headline, it go scare them. It go really scare them. And let's say if for whatever reason the Chinese contractors them then try for undermine certain thing they will not do directly not the law, wetin dem get for do is at that time law not dey wey say them for do certain things them or whatever it is. Then parliament can pass the law say if XY this happen and this go be something where the judiciary go look into and stuff like that. Pass them. And then even so, the judiciary get for look into then get minimum charge and then they get maximum penalty. So they can settle that as part of the law. Say if you commit this crime, according to the law, the minimum penalty go be this. And then the maximum penalty go be this. And then it left now to the person where now the judge or magistrate, where that case there they come before him, he listen to the case, the merit of the case, and determine within that minimum and maximum range, waiting will be the penalty. My brother, we dey practice democracy. And the reason we make her they say this, not so only for just Sierra Leoneans them, but we get what we call a global village now the world. So people and they watch closely how things then they be done. And one of the aspects where foreign investors then they look at is the law. How the law structure and how the law is enforced. They look into all that. Because they know say one day then go get for whatever reason either mistake or somebody want to take advantage of them. They want for be able for go na court, even though they're foreigners, go na court and plead their case. So my brother, do you big? Let we not see. And at the same thing again, where people and the praise Ben Kelfala, it always this money, not to the primary function of the SEC at all. The ACC set up for discourage people them from engaging in corruption activities. Now that's not the primary function. Not to revenue collection agency. No. But now people are glad you don't raise this. No. And I make corruption still they fight. Still corruption in the society. Because if they be done jail, how many people them? Where clearly the court found them guilty. Yes, the ACC, they don't give them additional jurisdiction and stuff. Let me take a call. VOS Network. Hello, caller. Waiting on your name and who say they call we from, please. What's up? Go ahead.
Hello. How are you, Mr. Kargbo?
I did do well, brother. Thank you very much for we call. And waiting on you take on the program tonight, sir.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you personally because we present topic of discussion. If they really allow democracy for exist, people for call and give their opinion and share their views. I want to be very fast.
Interrupt you. I not start you time it. Let interrupt you quick. Sorry for that. Now
Okay.
VOS policy, not to just me.
Okay.
All the presenters them they do the same. I just want to make that small point today. Thank you. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. That is specifically why I make the call. You were the producer on last week's Sunday program. Mina Lavali had a call from Ohio. Last week I called. One of you presenter or the guest, Mr. Jamboria, did not prove to be democratic. Instead, they personally use inciting word on me. To be specific, why make a call? Me Australia. If you present a topic of discussion at this platform, as a progressive individual, I get the right for call and share any information where CC is misconstrued or distorted. In that particular program, I will find out say lawyer Shillong make mention about the airlines or the aircraft where the people them they say the state say the year old of the aircraft was stated as 2 years, but with the findings where they present on that day, they find out say the year old of the aircraft became 20 years. So that was a misinformation according to Dr. Shillong. I'm a lawyer Shillong for say the people they mispresent the age of the flight. Now I called and tell them, say, that was misinformation. There are two distinct information where maybe you're in at the press, where they talk na salon for say there is a 2-year-old flight we get for the fly from Gatwick to Salon, from Salon to Gatwick. It's a Boeing flight aircraft. There's another flight aircraft when a 20-year-old, where in fact now three of those flights aircraft we get for the shuttle now the sub-region. Now that information I been try for clarify for say there is a 2-year aircraft old, then there is a 20-year-old aircraft where they exist with this company when I Air Sierra Leone. Jamboria decides say it go incite me or use insightful word on me. One is say it go give me name to Donald Trump for pull me as na America, which that is a personal incitement on me. You not deal with the topic of confusion. Another thing where I will call here is for state here is if you bring a guest, make we talk on the topic of discussion. But if Mr. Jamboria always they accuse me say me now SSPP party member and it go sue me, and I even forward all the details on this WhatsApp to you as the producer. If you check the WhatsApp right now, you go see all my information and my link was sent. If Mr. Jamboria they come on this platform, make we deal with the topic of discussion. Make you know attack me personality. Because first of all, he say are they stress? Now stress they could kill me, which is insightful. And so as a proprietor and owner of this platform, you know, for the encourage people like that, where they incite personality instead of topic of discussion. I take them very seriously.
I give you extra time because we usually can allot only 3 minutes, but I decide for you extra time because you don't go way more than 4 minutes, they go 5 minutes. Because of this, not just about the topic or they deal with, now a complaint, I could just sort of address in in a way that people will get me position on this. But I will encourage you for like we talk behind the scene and deal with that. So I will listen to the program, and that's not about who that right, who that wrong. But I want to let you understand very clearly. Now, VOS, even me, we go considered the founder of this platform. Now, the volunteer. I know they make any money out of this. In fact, we they spend money for layable call without we asking you for money, and then software will they use now out of a pocket we they pull them, and then people where they volunteer, then safe now their family time and their internet what they use and plenty other things then in gadget now they money them buy with them. So we give them particular kudos to that to them for that. So having said all that, I think what didn't happen on Sunday because I really listened to the program, that miscommunication. And one thing where I go say, let we try for the accommodate each other. The word we are going to use tolerant level. Let we tolerate each other. The tolerance level na salon don so low. And not to just the people that were based in the country, but even we were there outside of the country.
I agree.
Yes, because of that, both sides be miscommunicate. And your part now, out of frustration, and you come through again I want to let you understand the
No, I not go come out of frustration. I was not frustrated.
exactly. So now
I be
make
the
I say you
drive
can't.
on
Yeah,
highway
oh,
on 80 mile.
yes, yeah,
Even
bro.
that, it
I
deny
know
me.
allow we, yeah, I know
Okay,
allow we go to
I will
that.
listen to you.
Yes. I make I say you come through. It might not be the case, but even the people that be they listen, few of them comment that way they say you be vexed.
Well,
But
I not be
however,
vexed. Even tomorrow, one of the possibilities call, he say me are on training. The tone of voice that they use right now, I dey inside my room. No
yes.
breeze, no day around me. I able
All
to
right.
hear me clearly. At
Okay.
that time
Tell
where I
me.
be the drive, it was a 80 mile and me vehicle where they use, I be feel say the wind they overcome my voice. So I was raising my voice for make somebody hear me where I dey speak. Even when I dey
All
tell them say I'm driving, that's why my voice is high. They were
okay.
having issue with it. Okay.
Let me not deal this program. I just want to make my point very quickly, please.
Okay.
So, yeah, please just allow me. And so you come through like that. But the two simple facts here is where you call, instead of you try to understand the point where them be they make, right away you accuse them of misinformation. And that characterization they was wrong. Here is why. Why I say that characterization they wrong? The specific flight where they talk about, a 20-year-old flight, and the airline folks them, they even recognize that. Say that particular airline they na 20-year-old airline, and that particular airline they na airline where it don't crash na Nigeria. So all those the information in there, now two information them.
I
So
agree. And
the
I
not
not
be
dispute none of that.
yeah, no, hold it. The not be talk from your understanding. The not say anything about that particular airline day. Now Inge for the fly go UK. The not be say that.
No,
So
okay.
the two element of the argument where one now the fact said the airline now 20-year old it don't old by the standard. Two, the airline be don't at that particular flight day or plane day, it be don't crash na Nigeria. So now then two elements then be the argument. So who side are then two elements then they misinform Sierra Leoneans then? Tell
Okay,
me.
I'll tell you why.
Yes.
The information we just don't state
Mm-hmm.
is not misinformation.
Yep.
When I call, I state say lawyer Shillong on the opening statement, and this is on the transcript of last week Sunday. Anybody go listen that episode. Doctor lawyer Shillong say the gather information say this 20-year-old flight, the people then are salon, whether that the agency be the presenter say na 2-year-old flight. But when I don't understand with the data we you self don't highlight now, saying a 20-year-old flight. So Dr. Schiller, I mean lawyer Schiller now be the say why people were passing the information for 2-year-old flight, where in fact the flight now 20-year-old. Now I come, I say
Okay.
these
You
are
see why
two distinct
okay.
information.
Oh,
These
okay,
are but make
okay.
I clarify my own point why I call.
I get your point.
Okay.
We they get
So
called out because this program
so
different.
I was not wrong because the
Right,
information was here.
no, you see why I say now miscommunication and let we allow for tolerate each other.
Okay.
Like that kind of thing day where you make so. Then get them correct and you self get them correct. So all that we need for do is, yes, the flight in question, they even display on the screen. That particular flight day or that particular plane, then a 20-year-old. And yes, it don't
And
crash.
I agree with you that I
Yes, yeah,
I agree.
just and then I go release you now. So then two components then they and are the best way that for discuss in a respectful way with people them. You first point out the correct statement, and then you remember you say Mr. Shillon say somebody reference. You see, so now third party information.
No. The people then where Dr. Shia they
And
talk is the agency,
anyway,
not a person. The
yeah, and
press
anyway,
conference where the air, but well, so this is why I did try to tell you say not to third party. This Ministry of
anyway,
Tourism.
not take too much into this
Okay,
program
well,
because
might just give you my final statement, please. When me they come on this platform and they talk on topic of discussion, and not ever personally attack you for call you stress. You they die with stress. I will give you data to Trump for pull you na America. All of those personal attack with Gambria they do is against your policy. I think we for tackle the topic of discussion, make we
okay.
discuss them and share with differences of opinion rather than if they attack me personally. They say if they give me number to Trump, for me Trump remove me now, and then I transcript.
No, wait. Anyway, la release you. But however, this the very moment is in a joke.
No, in not talk show, in not saying a joke. I
Well,
I go back, I go
listen,
back and listen
yeah,
all that
go listen.
entire episode.
Well, all right.
But
Well, I'll let you go, please. Other people, fair to them. I go suggest for like you call on Sunday program. Let we address them, and maybe I go jump in, for Rob Mott's day, if need be. But let not hold up this program. Yeah. So
I
call
go,
call. Yeah.
all right, I go call. I go call on Sunday, but I just want to state this clearly that we made a call at the topic of discussion and not ever attack anybody personally. All right?
Have a good
Okay.
night. Let me not repeat myself and they hold up this program. To the people in wait, they wait. My apologies. But again, as the founder of VOS, I just feel say a need for address.
Hello?
I do apologize. VOS Network. Hello, caller. Waiting a name and inside the call we from, please. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, Mr. Kawo, God will continue to bless you. Yeah, that program we, the caller just saw, I was fortunate to listen, because most people who got to listen.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah, I was fortunate to listen.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Kargbo. Okay, all right.
No, be sincere, Mr. Jamora. You certain words will not be ethical to any station.
You know what, bro? You know what, bro? I beg, dear, let we not use that Sunday program for derail this one.
No, I just gonna be a part.
Yeah,
We'll give
yeah, but in any
Mr.
case,
Mr.
let I make dear, I beg, I want for this in a general way. Dear,
Yes, sir.
anybody where for whatever reason you feel say me or any presenter na VOS say something where like, do you right to we na info at vosnetwork.com, info at vosnetwork.com, info at vosnetwork.com, because now the appropriate way down there for handle the issue, because I just
Okay.
decide for talk to me
I
brother
think
this way, but because
okay,
I
let
want
me
for
go
go
ahead with
deeper, I not go want for say anything further than that publicly. So instead, I go encourage for let a right to we and lodge the complaint, and we go sit down as a team and then decide how we go address and complaint. That's go be the proper channel. So let we talk about the program. Wait till we don't talk about so far the topic of tonight. Go ahead, bro. I go restart your time, but I want to let you stick to the topic of tonight because we get plenty other things there for talk about. please.
Yeah, okay. Sorry about that, but I just want this small because it was discussed between in the last. So not forge ahead with the topic before you
Yes,
answer.
and I for come closer to the mic though, the phone, because it sound a little bit far away.
Okay, sorry about that. Is it
Yes,
clear now?
very clear now. Thank you. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, Mr. Kargbo. I see with all the discussion about the drugs, I believe say Salon we really need to do better. We need to do better. The intelligence, the people, the law enforcement, they need to do it better. That country will not take time. We will destroy that country like Colombia right now. Would it damage the youth of that country, the future of that country? If it damage the youth to the future of that country, I don't know how you go for that because the time some of we go down all retire, we want to go back and salon. I don't know how you go there. So we really need the government, the people, anybody, if you want to get the mic, you guys need to really, really come harder and really sensitize our brothers and sisters who they don't take into this drug. For the last time I went to Sierra Leone, that was like 8 months ago. I know what you talk about. The future, there's no future for the youths. And that drugs, if you not take time, it will damage Salon. But I still beg to differ with you, Mr. Kargbo, on what is Tawa they do. I they call Tawa because he is the chairman of the account committee and the header. If you go through the account committee, the powers, they get enforcement power. They get when auditor reports have been presented to them, they get enforcement power for retrieve money without going to court. I don't know if you don't ever read that particular committee, the mandate. They get enforcement power, Mr. Kargbo. So with that,
Me brother, I go allow you for let you time lapse, but clearly that committee they within parliament, so not to say they outside of parliament. So parliament in function overall. Now they
Mr.
tell you about
Kargbo,
so that part
Kargbo, I know the
that
general
committee
function
anyway. Allow you for finish. Let not tap
law
into your time.
lawmaking, that's the general function of parliament. That is true. But that committee has enforcement power. And then when the auditor don't do his job, they account to them. For them to look into it, things that can be enforced to them, or things that can go to court, or things that can be referred to ACCA. That means they get issues ACCA. They say now the property with auditor report, not to ACCA. Now they will refer where there's challenge. If you say, Mr. Kargbo, you forgive me $100, you say no, I'm not forgive you $100. Okay, they will refer to police for investigation. But if you say, oh, I forgive James $100, but I don't get that yet. So I don't feel that kind of case to be referred because there's enough evidence. Okay, if you $100, I don't want to go above the time, Mr. Kargbo. I'll call
Yes,
back.
yes, and call back, but quickly, in the interest of the people that will listen and watch, I just want to make this very clear, okay? That reference where you make in terms of saying Tawa or Parliament, they refer to the ACC, say the Auditor General reports, now then document 100% then correct. Because
Yes.
according to the Constitution, the reports they go to them, then debate the findings within the report, and then if they need clarification, then call people them for clarify, so then go properly understand them within the report. After which they approve them for public circulation. So once it don't go to the public, ACC can use them now for go after the people them. Now that sequence they talk about. Not to say ACC not for use any information within the report or no. They
No,
say ACC because ACC one or two occasions they be don't use the report before Parliament approve them. They be don't go into certain aspect of the report for go after people and before Parliament even approve of the report for public
correct.
consumption. So now that distinction there, I want for make na ya and waiting to our mean. So now the report, now Parliament report, and it then the Constitution very clearly. As a matter of fact, it's not supposed to be gazetted before parliamentary debate and all that, before even anybody in the public see them. It just happens saying that that's the I will tell you. The way our salon don't go down there today, people then get small position that they do waiting I will call overreach. Take position or power where the constitution not give them. And are done they troubling. The way house salon they go so. Plenty people either they know them power than just the try chance, but it's very troubling for let people and they use power we do not get, including the president. Not to say excluded, including the president. They take power away and not get. So now that's normal they try for put na here, but not to for argue you and whatnot. If Tower one doing work, that oversight committee is very powerful, where it can even call on people within the president in office for investigate them, like that tribunal issue and stuff like that. Parliament for don't step in through the oversight committee for make sure say enough for go to this rubbish stage where president go step in and form his own so-called tribunal and stuff like that. We no get that power, constitutional power day, without the advisory body of the judiciary. But anyway, I don't go through all that because then they're not a part of this program. But I just want to make them very clear, saying the sequence where Tawa be the try for explain. Now that sequence they say then for debate the budget the report, and then after the debate then call Uda the one for call for investigate and probe further so then we will understand, and then after which if they're satisfied then can approve them for publication. If they're not satisfied and say, you know what, the Auditor General is keep certain things and stuff, Parliament get that oversight committee there, it get the privilege or the mandate. Parliament get the mandate for investigate the Auditor General. Parliament get that mandate there. So with all that, to me, that way then go parliament, way then go set the tribunal and stuff. It's just messy. It's just messy. But anyway, Lord take all that call. But thank you very much. Again, let we agree for disagree. But parliamentary role enough for the enforcement. My brother, it's very clear. Say enforcement now outside of parliament's jurisdiction.
You're
Thank,
right, Mr.
thank
Kargbo, but this is not
yeah.
an enforcement. If the two parties agree,
And
say you own me, I own you.
no,
There's no further
no.
investigation
Whether
into
they
this.
agree or not, if ordained at the law,
No, but it's
then
not the law,
just
Mr. Kargbo.
anyway, let me not argue. All they need for do is then they as part of the law, then can suggest as part of the law also the penalty. And I make a talk about range, then go give lower and upper bound of the penalty. And then it left to the judge now for determine whose side it is for them based on your argument and all that stuff then they, because again I make the judiciary, yes, even though then self can to some extent through precedent and whatnot can make law again Nande you get some technical ability on that, but then key role now for interpret the law where parliament don't write. So if parliament say when you break this law, this for be the penalty for breaking that law day, the Supreme Court now or the judiciary they interpret that law day now and for make sure say it conform to the constitution. But anyways, let not go too technical. Let me take call as caller they wait patiently. Thank you so much, bro. All right, VOS Network. Hello, caller. Waiting on your name. What's up? You can go ahead. Sorry for keeping you waiting for too long. Thank you
Yes, good
so.
morning. I just want to say that, Mr. Kargbo, I'm not a patient person like you are. But anyway, thank you.
Yeah,
Because
thank you.
I can always like for listen to what they say and you reply. I could cut the call and then listen to you, but it's fine. Because I'm there at work, so I do alongside they listen. You don't leave the premises for me as well. So thank you.
Right.
You have a very much patience. And this thing where they talk, you don't they keep talking. They point out issues from judiciary and the wrongs and to educate people. But I don't understand. This is not the problem this whole gets in our country. We see the truth, so we see the writing is clear. We see what the constitution say. But still, we get our own brothers and sisters, where they still defend. So how would they go before? But anyway, it's good for people like Una for continue. Me, where we believe, for me as a Muslim, this is what exactly the Quran say. And philosophy, what we read in the education, they say mortal man is destructive and constructive. So therefore, keep reminding us like what should they do so, because most of them say that's a new thing. It's just like going to the masjid every day, going for the kutub on Fridays every Friday. The imam they keep telling us about the Holy Quran, all from the 114 surahs, coach whatever, and the Bible the same thing. The pastor keeps talking from all the 66 books from Genesis to Revelation, but still people then they go error, then they do wrongs, even though they keep reminding us every day. But it's fine. So this is one thing I love about you. So thank you once again for taking us all through again for educate people and over about the editor general. We all see what's happening is not right. But let me come to my topic. Mr. Kargbo, when you get a government, a country where democracy don't backslide, it lead you to all of what happens today. The ACC, they take your role. If they see minister then, Abu, then they say, oh, they kill now, they wear black. Nothing counts for it. And they say then it's Sandy then. They don't threaten the people, they kill. Then they measure. If they see this kind of the north, where they recently always say they bring war, where they just suspend them party, then bring and come back. Kabiru. So all of this, if they see like and they go to public television, will they crush you now? So what do they expect? So all of this, what did they tell we as a nation for Moku very be careful. So Moku not allow them country that they thrive in our nation. Now bad precedent that for allow somebody after election. No results. They will say that person forced himself to be a leader. They will sit down, they think of 2028. Will say few people and galvanize themselves, then take up position. These guys have no experience of governance. But yet they are there and they do, if they do the good thing, fine. But they do the wrong thing, the worst against the constitution, against the people of a nation. They will sit down, they see all of that. So I can understand why you can only say why the opposition not go to court. But we all know the scenario behind that. We all know what's happened, the rationale behind all of that, because you see this coming clearly during the campaign. We see no campaign, no progress, no nothing. So now it makes you they see kush. Look, will not be ever get a government where they manufacture the drugs. Then they plant jamba. Now that only banana, then they Waterloo force with the real. But today, look at chemical. These are plastic chemical. They make that a very, very. Then get a very high toxication. When you smoke, even if you nail it's like an exhaust pipe where you don't bust, where the fuel no they burn proper, where the filter the inhaler and that carbon monoxide, they affect directly in your lungs. Now they kill the brother then so. We they see all of this. When you don't read them kind of China salon. Mr. Kargbo, from what we born we know ever a factory being organized and for make them make drugs for the young one and for kill them. But what did they cause that? Now you know.
Yes, I just want to pause your time, but they are big. Let we not say I'm like say the government directly responsible. Let we be careful of that. Because remember,
Mr. Kargbo, we don't for blame and this scenario.
No, but the way how they say I'm like say the government deliberately set up.
No, I know Mr. Kargbo, leave that with me. Now me what I stand for defending the words. This is government.
I understand, and again, yes, we will talk about the thing them policies them for discourage them kind of.
That is it. So if government don't can lay down policies then, because imagine what they try for crack about this crucial. And all of a sudden, he died that he starts to do underground. But still, we get them company that they produce. So how about that,
all right.
Mr. Kargbo?
And not to say how they tell you waiting for say, but again, think you say not to what you say now, how you say them. So now how you they say them, I just will be careful. Yeah.
No, fine. It's good. Well, anyhow, I say, you can coach me like where that man they make complain about Mr. Jamboria, because at least the program, Mr. Jamboria don't do anything wrong. But you can coach I want to come to the court. Fine. If anybody who want mention me, who want coach me, my number available. You can give me number. Then at UK, they can file lawsuits, whatever.
No. We're not going to encourage anything in the.
Okay, all right.
Just,
okay. Well, you can defend me as well if you have any means for defending me.
No, yeah, go ahead. go ahead, bro. I go release.
Yeah, so that's right. So let me come to the field saloon. Listen, Mr. Kargbo, how in the field saloon when during that kind of protocol, they don't give money for whatever, they should not see nothing. Now government they increase, put some percentage into rice. How do you stop imported products where you know get a local base agro based industries where they produce, where they say then they produce so that when then goods are away and they produce sufficient for the nation, you're able to levy tax on the imported one so that the one the way they locally then they thrive. The Kobe they grow up now, Corona the east part, Wellington, then get them Natco factory, nail factory, paint factory, incidentally. So government gets right for import for levy tax on paint importing because already the country they produce. Those who call them agro-based industries. These are local-based industries. Some of them they are agricultural industries. Some of them they are other industries. So they manufacture. These manufacturing industries, government they protect them. Because they want to make the price of the goods, those goods, and come down. But if you don't protect them, how do you you go increase tax for the one the way they bring out? The punishments they go to the people, and the people go for take all that responsibility. But what will lead me to all this? Now, poor governance system, lack of democracy, stolen elections. These are the consequences. What would they fail for acts? But we're not doing our best, like what you they do so. If they talk, they educate, fine. But we get a role for play. But we not allow this president when Madabio they set for gay continue, Mr. Kargbo. Me, I like me one grain. I will stand against this thing until I die. Say this is wrong and it is wrong. Madabio no win election, so we cannot accept this one. No matter, no care how any person look at it. The fact now is you not win the election. How about that? I need to do show this today.
Again, I give small time, but the last point where you make, I don't say I repeatedly Nayabo, 100%. I need to shake, I need to second guess myself. 100%. I strongly convinced say Mother Bill not win the election outrightly for prevent a second round. Daniel, I agree with you 100%. So again, like you few seconds for wrap up because other callers then they're on the line, sir.
Now you've done well. I don't get much to say again. I don't see what I have to say. But in case anybody come against me to whatever I say, please you can be a witness now, court, whatever. I'm fine. You can give the person a number, but I've said my mind. This is my word. It's not coming from you, and I stick to that. When it comes to what happened in that country, Mr. Kargbo, I know they relent. Even now, my papa who don't die, or I can't be president. My brother who this who in the working at the army. I tell you, I get family who at the army who na top high rank, and not to play officers. They don't deal over. So me one mama papa, then but they condemn them when they don't do. They are big one and bigger far away from me. But I stick to what I stick because my own policy is not about me. It's about the next person who they suffer. Now, so me they think. Yes, so thank you very much, and God bless you. I want to be like you, for me, the patient to make a get her. Thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you. God bless. Let me take another call. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and also the call with please? My brother, you there on live. My brother or sister.
Hello, Eric.
Yes, what's up? Go ahead, please.
Okay, Mina Salkaba calling from Belgium.
Hello, brother Salkaba. Thank you so much for we call. And waiting that you take on the program, sir.
I just called because I what I really talk about the responsibility. You know, because I support this man itself because. If the president or government don't want to take them blame the day, for take responsibility. Most of the people they go on, let them govern the people in good. Here is a government who can governance on a rogue way. And what did happen at this salon right now? They happen, because of even this kind of crucial, this kind of things, drugs. If the government want anything, then they stop. What you for do? Because this year they pass through the port, and they pass through the airport. Because some they say allegedly, but that's the fact. If they're serious about it, we know when they go to comment serious about their own issue, what they can do. If we come by their own interests, these are we are talking about the youth. Sorry, what they talk to because they think the intercept. I know what happened before they wait at the area and to them. And the government will not do something about that. If the government not do something about that, then we have to blame them definitely. And if Mr. Kargbo, you say safe, not too much sugarcane water man there, then this government. Because I see the other caller they can wait for a program because now you more they will save them. When the other presenter they come, they say they not take the patient with the patient, and then man then if I see caller they call them and they only they protect the try for defend the government, and then no one they talk bad of this government here, and then. So even if party do something wrong, if brother do something wrong, tell her the truth. But this body they call every day they call, they listen there. Some of them not they call no more. They listen them on the same defense. As when they count this government, them battle they do, they can't defend them. And then some of them they will bother there. Now pay them, they they hide for anything. Whether alleged or not, now pay them, they pay. They will not talk good of the government somewhere there in state house and give them money. And then, not a joke. This one now fit up. Now they fight for future. If that country is good, they're good for all man. If we see the country go bad, and we they support the bad things them. Anywhere within this world, yeah, we're not stranger. No matter what, you get them passport now. Just so wait is left. Now end up for fine, and they will say feel good. Look how the other good nation they do. They do well. At least the person in the governance they do well, and the government is the engine of a nation. If that engine not work well, then nothing they go through. And that's it. And all the blame they blame Papa government. If they don't allow blame them, let them do the right thing. Then we say go feel good. We don't want to talk bad about government. If they do the right thing, we just care for president because that's what we want. We all work together for put that country before. And so I go stop there.
All right. Well, I want to tell you, Boku, thank you, my brother. But me, no, not to sugarcoat or they sugarcoat within the government they do. I just they put them no more how FOB.
Thank God you put that right way. But it's like this. That is like them that they wait for you. Then they wait for you. They don't say Matilda them and the other and they Jamboria. Then they know they hide their feeling. And they tell you the right thing right there.
Yeah, but waiting happen until you still get time. I want to let you know back, say, democracy now very messy.
But that's a fact. That's me brother. That democracy where you they make too much. There is other way for implement democracy. But that democracy in Africa, now different democracy for implement. Not to this we the one that brothers who they take pay from a government. Who feel say they take pay from government? They don't want to talk good of this government here. They do bad. They talk good of them. Then where we are?
Okay,
what kind of democracy there?
Okay, here is the point where they make. You see the beauty of democracy. So they allege, say, then they take money, they can't say all night.
Definitely.
Yes, okay. Like that. No, law is an allegation.
Allegation, definitely.
yes, and say every nice thing about the government, but you self get the opportunity now for come and say every wrong thing about the government. You see, that's not democracy. So
Yeah, it is.
you not necessarily say when you disagree, then self
Ah,
can allege
if that
and
government,
purport.
me particularly, if that government do good, definitely I go talk about that. But then guide the I don't listen years. Every day when they come now about the goodness of this country, about this administration. Then I will not go accuse them. Let them come clean. Who are they? You know, let them come
Again,
clean.
but again, not a constitutional right though.
Yeah, that constitution they will need for change
The
them. We
only,
need for
the
change.
only, the only
That's a
thing
bad
no more.
constitution. But let us do the wrong thing. He tell us say he right. That you now wrong too. You know, no, that constitution, not all things they do is right, or that constitution whatsoever right or whatsoever.
And
Then guys, they
we
know
thank
they can't from you like soon fool. That government they do something wrong. Only they talk about the good one. Let one then guys they talk good of bad what your man they do, then we position it then at the line. We know someone get the
all
right for
right.
support to also want to support. But let them
Okay.
one day let them talk out then guys they go wrong. Let it go stay that country. If that country
Okay.
ban bad for all.
Yes, and I understand your point. So let me try for continue for talk, and maybe we'll be able to persuade them for let them put country first before the NTS. So thank you
That's
very
how one. Let them support whoever
much.
they all support. That's good.
Yes,
But do I let the
yes.
country really go? Then go more listen to
Okay,
them. If they listen to them
yes,
more than us, because then are the supporters them. They say, oh, supporter,
okay,
no begin this, nobody support you. After they begin to talk bad of them, like that can them are boys, they know so oh, it hits them because one, they know snap and in place and come on. Now that one, now they
okay.
kind people they want a reward. Not to
Abs,
people
abs,
always they talk nothing good about the bad of the government. If they do bad
okay.
good, they'll talk
Well,
about them good. That's good.
well,
Let's continue for do that.
unfortunately, unfortunately, you 3 minutes the way past now.
That's good. That's good. We don't
Thank
even
you
go
very much.
about if this time painful anyway.
I know we are trending, but let we not relent. Let we continue for talk. Yeah. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
okay, me brother.
Well, fumble them and not say the calls they still they can, but let her go to the main topic because we they go close to we get more topic than for talk. Well, this topic is very broad, so I want for pause on the calls them for now and let her go straight to that topic they fumble them. Dear, the people are waiting at the line. Una forgive me, una still hang on, and I go after where I don't talk about the topic because this is something where I always can like for use the art of persuasion because again now we all fundamental right, constitutional right for belong, for support whatever organization or party we want. But me can always try for appeal to a conscience and saying, think about the country you party let's say if the party come out na power and the other party where they come if them person and they self do the same no like see no evil hear no evil talk no evil if we get that mentality they salon and they go backward so I make I always can like for appeal to people and conscience. So now the main topic tonight, and I'm so glad the way it came directly from the Minister of Finance. So the finance minister, 81, about the high debt servicing payment. So meaning, I better explain for now we just join, meaning that the amount where the government they spend for just pay like the interest and small payment where now for service the debt, meaning that like, we kind of know go na that black book where then go say they write the like then downgrade salon and say salon na omonga we need to pay that and all that stuff then they for let we go we maintain that kind good talk that kind good name say at least we able for the pay with debt meaning that the debt they will don't take but I go read for una waiting the minister say. But before I go to that, I just want for again, Brother James talk and make a very good point about a question where he asked, saying how the government go raise money for that feed salon. then get the way. But una go tell me afterward or read them if now way this way sustainable. So we get this headline before I come to the main topic because it gets for feed onto this topic. But let just show una this. So we get this headline where say government sources 800 million, this na US dollar, 800 million US dollar to fund President Bill's flagship Feed Salon initiative. When you see this kind uh, headline, you go so glad, say, wow, so Salon we able to get 800 million for put by this project. But what I can normally say, the detail, the devil is in the detail. So I go quickly just read through. Let us show now the sources them way they say we they able for get 800 million US dollars from. We now that money they hope for use for feed saloon, the project. So let us show una. So this is not the write-up, Fambulem. Government secures 800 million to fund President Bill's flagship Feed Salon initiative. In the national budget presented by Minister of Finance Sheku Fantamadi Bangura, the government of Sierra Leone has secured a substantial sum of 800 million United States dollars from various stakeholders to support the implementation of Feed Salon, President Bill's flagship initiative in his second term in office. So this second part, na they want pay particular attention. How will they get this 800 million dollars? Minister Bangura announced that BADEA has pledged, una underline that word, has pledged up to 250 million United States dollars for the development of the integrated rice industrial complex in Tomabom, while OPEC has committed 230 million United States dollars for energy and cluster developments. Una underline then what's the new pledge, committed. So meaning the thing we not clear na here is if na grant or loan. But for the fact saying a pledge, una know what in pledge mean? Promise. And again, plenty of them promise here now through MOU, not just in a contractual, saying legally binding commitment to. So I want to follow now underline that. So the third part, additionally, Sheku Fantamadi Bangura highlighted that the African Development Bank, AFDB, has pledged, underline them again, has pledged 100 million United States dollars to support the development of rice clusters in Kichom and Mambolo agroecological zones. So when una look into this two paragraphs are sufficient for una understand exactly where they go. So, but where I add them all up and come to 580 million United States dollars, I don't know who side the additional 220 million come out from this article. I don't see the extra money there. But me fumble them, let just remind we all. Remember where President Bill launched the quote and unquote free quality education. He put all the thing there, planning there, based on the pledge where people then pledge. Say then go help Salon, with the education implementation and all that. How many years now President Bill in first term not be done yet self, where we know say the country be done the struggle for maintain that program there because them pledges then they not to all come through. So it means that the government don't roll out this program for Lego continue, the money now get for come off from within the country in revenue. So now see, so the feed salon now, the similar approach. And now when you see the headline saying we don't secure 800 million, but people and go gladdy. But them money then they will then say they're secure. Now pledge them pledge. Not to say that don't receive them at all. And remember, plenty of them pledged and they sort of conditional of Boku things them. It's just similar to that MCC money or compact program, because not to the physical money, where even with first lady be don't dance na teeth and they don't even say then go do this, then go do that, then go do all kind thing because we don't win them. So they feel an automatic something. But waiting and fail for realize is in the first place, that's something where it be within 5 years. And also you get conditions them attached to the MCC. So they not give you detail of the conditions then we attach, because organization none of they just give no more like that. Even when they give charity organizations them like then countries them where they give to charity, then they attach conditions. So we don't know them conditions then they, and like I say, it just start like we promise somebody where not to, even though Salon will say promise not debt, but we all know say something can choke up. And unfortunately, you know, will fulfill that promise day. Now the similar thing now, yeah. So how in God's name people then go promise say, well, we go help you now, and we go able help you now with this amount, and then we don't knock chest. Instead of we tighten we oja, if not this we want for do, and try for force, see how we can start the program, and when we do that, it go easier now for ask people and for help we. But if the people and just promise we, and then we don't do all over the place. The small one where we get with the basa basa, as Ghanaians then go say, why be they Ghana? Now one of the phrase then that's why we so like basa basa. So we they misuse the money and then not think about the fact say, if them money are not come, what thing we go do? We go able for still proceed with this plan. And interestingly though, the same, if I go say, I don't know if I go say mistake or methodology, but now the same approach the government they use for this particular program, the same approach as they will be used for the education program. So let's just read the last part. So the last part say explaining the objectives of the significant funding commitment. Again, from various organizations, Minister Bangura emphasized that the funds will be utilized to develop 12,250 acres of inland valley swamps and a ravine grassland to enhance rice production. Furthermore, the funds will be used to construct 275 kilometers of feeder roads to improve market access. So you see, so meaning that they don't say now, okay, now this, then go do with the money come. That's fine for plan. But now what about the what if the money not come? So that means, because if they talk about the entire 800 million, where I believe, for come from foreign donors them. So what's guarantee where they say this feed salon project go materialize? That's not the question why I go Ib Tona. So now the feed salon project, we not able for raise much money for do anything about her. Here is why. For say some time now me make up stuff and stuff. Like I read from within the minister try for say Fambulem in terms of the project where it try for talk about. So the warning where it give salon people them. So I just want for highlight that. And waiting it talk about the revenue, where if at all them foreign entities they are not able for fulfill their commitment. So the question now is salon upon we safe, we go able to take that, we go capable for really implement the so-called feed Sierra Leone. And apparently, from waiting I just read, the answer would be no. So if the answer is no, that we not go able for implement the feed salon program, so my brothers and sisters, why President Bill for go around and they make give salon people them that kind of confidence and say this field salon will be a game changer, where we not get the resources. We depend upon people and given we handout. So where you they depend on handout, them programs then they not be supposed for be optional programs. Use the word conditionally if we get the resources. Instead of you saying a flagship program. Because when you say flagship program, it means high priority program, and it means that it almost certain. I don't want to put too much English now, but something where you prioritize, and something where for day among where you get small money, it will be among the first things then where you spend on. When we fumble them, before I go to waiting the minister, right? Last show na President Bill in priority. President Bill appoints Brigadier General Idara Bangura as new Chief of Defense Staff. Last week I be talk about a press release where make several appointments last week. And this one now this week, President Bill makes new appointments. So now see priorities. And now we they see headline then like this. Government wage bill projected to increase. And put the amount there. Increase. So if you feed salon program, a flagship program, is very important, and the money where you abopa now from foreign donors them, but you know they reduce spending and begin save in case you not get money from the donors them, because you prioritize that feed salon program. That for be the reasonable thing for do. But no. So as a matter of fact, where the time reach, it not go surprise me at all. President Bill, as usual, go say now because of the international shocks, make and not able to do the feed salon program. And he will probably quote say, well, this country we don't pledge, this be don't pledge, that be don't pledge. But because of the international shock, global shock, they're not able to fulfill them pledge. So we're not able to do feed salon. So me family them una think through this na proper planning, na proper way for handle a country and in people them. I go left una with that question there regarding this feed salon. I just decide because of that we brother Rizam for showna usai salon abop for let we do the feed salon for implement the so-called flagship program. We're supposed to be a priority, but apparently no. President being priority now for please in folks them for getting position we don't necessarily in the country at all. And when we talk, they give it back talk. They continue for fly and going side and way, even required. They go there with the entourage on the back of Sierra Unions. So fambul them let I read for una waiting the minister say how he express and concern we prompt him for give this kind of warning. So waiting I just don't say, let we tie him to waiting I they can show now. The thing where I they can read about waiting the minister say, fumble them. Finance Minister wants high debt service payments jeopardize agricultural investment. And this is how we explain. The Finance Minister of Sierra Leone, Sheku A.F. Bangura, has warned about the repercussions of high debt service payment influencing agricultural investment and other key areas. Minister Bangura, in his recent address, outlined the burden that servicing the national debt is placing on the government's ability to fund essential public services, particularly those that benefit the country's most vulnerable populations. If I'm with una see the concern there? So it concern the money what they spend for service with debt. Say that money they take away government in ability, government in chance for lack and go do service them where go help with poor people them. So the second part, it make it really nicely, I not say in a diplomatic way. It say, while acknowledging that Sierra Leone's public debt remains sustainable for now, Bangura pointed out that the country's overall debt to GDP ratio has significantly decreased from 94% in 2022 to 53.4% in 2023, following a rebase of the GDP. I go pause there because then they talk about it gets a fully loaded jargons them. Talk about the debt to GDP ratio from 94% 2022, 2 years ago. So last year it go down significantly. But waiting at the reason where they say following a rebase of the GDP. So the way how you calculate GDP, it get a formula. So but waiting and do the formula then change them. So based on the new formula, automatically salon debt go down. So I just want to draw this to our attention. So they use a different formula, then base the GDP on a particular period, as before we be translate to that 94% debt to GDP. And now we then base the money, the value of the money to a different period, automatically it reduces with debt. to GDP ratio to 53%. Not to say na pay we pay the debt them all. Now the formula do magic so. So I just want to draw that to our attention. Let una not say, oh my goodness, we don't pay the debt from 94% of we GDP. Now we don't come down to 53%. And waiting that they do, and I make probably President Bill, they continue for spend. Like drunken sailor, if I can borrow in phrase we use against APC and under an Escoma, they spend like a drunken sailor. So it get a false hope. Say, wow, the debt to GDP ratio now na 53%. So I get plenty room. My brothers and sisters, if you look at the dollar value, then they will give a better understanding. Say it don't go up. And especially where the exchange rate not in we favor at all. So when I see how did they use some manipulation, where I use the word manipulation, in a technical way. So just debasing the GDP, just using different period, a cut that number they significantly. And I'm glad the way they include that by the write-up. Because if they not be include them, it will be misleading. Thinking to say, indeed, we don't pay with debt. We don't pay plenty of debt. So much so that the debt to GDP ratio don't go down significantly. Because if that's not the case, they will not for be the complaint, will not for worry. Because as a matter of fact, a debt to GDP ratio of that magnitude, of that amount there, is not bad at all. So that means we get plenty more room for tours. But that's not the case. Because when you look at the dollar value of the debt, it continue for the go up. So Fambulem, let we continue. And now it say, after what I don't say that too, let's read the entire paragraph again. While acknowledging that Sierra Leone's public debt remains sustainable for now, Bangura pointed out that the country's overall debt to GDP ratio has significantly decreased from 94% in 2022 to 53.4% in 2023, following a debase of the GDP. However, this improvement is overshadowed by a troubling trend in the ratio of debt service to domestic revenue, which he described as a critical concern for fiscal stability. Aboku word that. So the debt to GDP ratio, where they don't do the magic for Brian Kandong on paper, it won't say, even though they don't do on that way they, but something still they were concern of big major concern to them, and it's troubling. Now the facts say the debt to service payment, now a big chunk of the money where the government they get from revenue. Now the country call on domestic revenue. So let we look at the numbers. The last paragraph. In 2023, the government allocated about 50% of its domestic revenue to debt service payment, a figure expected to rise to 59% by 2025. These high debt service obligations are squeezing out funding for critical sectors like agriculture, education, health, and infrastructure areas that now go down small. So Fambulem, areas that directly impact the lives of our poorest and most vulnerable citizens. And Kotamia directly, Bangura stated. He emphasized that this growing fiscal pressure threatens the government's ability to maintain and expand investment in social services, which are crucial for long term economic development and poverty reduction. Fambulem, if na me be right this, I sure say me SLPP brothers and sisters, then go come at me very strongly, saying, oh, I don't like the country. I always they talk doom and gloom. Always they talk bad about the country. Almost everything where I be done they say over the years. And this man put so finally. And for Lek, he come out and say all this. Open one. They even quote him. Una for no say what I done the past Gary. And now, una member, see the last part. He emphasized that this growing fiscal pressure threatens the government's ability to maintain and expand investment in social services, which are crucial for long-term economic development and poverty reduction. So meaning this not even the short term for say, oh, it go pass. No. It said for even long-term development. Una member, if the money will they raise a salon, because then country like America, for example, they rely on the revenues, the taxes where people and they pay. They don't get to the country where they go bail them out, where they give them, yes, they give loan in a form of buying the debt. That's it. But for say, then give a handout and say, okay, well, we go develop on a so department or so project. So we'll go give una this money and stuff. And just depend on the revenue, domestic revenue, for the most part. Because even the people that were there abroad, as Americans them, where they pay tax, it still go come into the domestic revenue. So me fumble them. So what in this mean? If it means say, now, as of 2023, according to the minister, 50% of the money with taxes and other fees them where the government they raise, if half of that are for pay the debt, and not to say you they pay the principal for the most part, now small as I be don't explain. They specifically say debt servicing for service with debt. So we una they dance, IMF don't approve so now debt, my brother and sisters. So meaning we get for the pay interest per that debt day. Well, some of that debt day, like the second one with the extended credit facility, the one way I go say the good thing is, we know they pay interest on it, that particular one. But still, we get for the pay installment after a certain period. So if we continue for the trust money, how will they continue for trust? Now, so the amount where we for the payback for service then debt then they go up. Like how now the minister not Abdul Karim, according to their own forecast. And remember, this then go down do all kind thing for make the government look good. Even with that, they still come up with a projection, a forecast. Say by next year, we go see this number don't go from 50% to 59% of the money all together at the country. Next year. So if over half of the money where we together are for pay debt, for service with debt, So meaning that from next year now, we will get roughly 40% of the revenue they collect for pay the wage, for do the education program, for do the health program, for do the so-called feed salon, all that go there within 40% of the revenue where the government they collect. So una tell me, and now the wage bill, where for now, people don't even say is if not more, over 50% or so of the budget, they go on wages. So it means that if them pay workers them, they not go even do that 40% of the revenue where they get from taxes and the other wisdom, and then they do for pay people them where president be able to hire. Waiting we left with Manjalaji. So small shake up around the world. Like how they don't pledge. Then country then they're not able for fulfilling pledges. Waiting will happen to Salon. Thing definitely go to pass through. So now tell me from the words of the minister, the finance minister, when I know the Agbagba for see things them. Don't send, don't ring this alarm bell. Una tell me how una go assess President Bill as a president way with all this. Not to something we not by accident too. Until we even then take power. The right time that the government transition teams report, GTT report, and say salon debt servicing ratio is very high. I think if I remember the figure, I think at that time, let me say about 38% of we revenue they go towards servicing with debt. Then we use that as a way for tell we say salon economy be in bad shape when they come in. So if the SSF know that, and yet President Bill continue for be reckless, continue for the give jobs, open positions that were not necessary. They continue for expand the wage bill. Hey, boy, my brothers and sisters, who saw that adjective you go use other than incompetent? So, my brothers and sisters, I'm not going to read the entire report, but this one what I don't read so, I believe say sufficient. But no, I read one other paragraph where it more scary about IMF. So waiting the minister say, he say, to address these concerns, Minister Bangura outlined several key strategies aimed at reducing debt distress and ensure fiscal sustainability. The fiscal now government spending. I just want to clarify that. If they say monetary, now the Bank of Sierra Leone side. So this is now the government side. So for like the government able to sustain this debt service in payment. So what did he say? He stressed the importance of adhering to the macro fiscal framework set by the International Monetary Fund IMF fund, which includes limiting domestic borrowing and strengthening efforts to mobilize domestic revenues. Fumble them before I go to the court. A fancy way them put on so. So now remember I be telling you two ways. IMF, they're very predictable. Then get two medicine. So when they come now you place, say, bo, you that don't pass Marco, and that make you know able God aside for go to us and take care of your people them. So you can't to we. So what you can't to we, one for make sure say you reduce this burden, and how you they reduce the burden. Now either one or use two ways. So the one way you dey increase revenue, meaning that the plain word, you dey raise taxes in general. That way they increase revenue because they're not able to expand the pie, give incentives for get more industries than for can open jobs, and that way the what they call the tax base will increase and revenue will increase that way. But in a tightening belt atmosphere, because for let you open the base, let you expand the base, you get for the incentives. And part of the incentives then they now for reduce taxes, now for give plenty leeways. And to some extent, you go even go into agreement with the businesses and say, okay, well, I go pay for the training of your workers then. So then they go reduce the burden on you upfront cost on your workers them. All that one in incentives for like you attract businesses there for Canada country and open factory and the other businesses and employ people there. So but then stem them way for pay you dead self you they struggle. You're not able for cut anything. You're not able for subsidize anything major. Because when you do that, you they even worsen. And IMF clearly now no. IMF now go recommend for let you go deeper into debt and say, okay, well, you need for expand the subsidy. No. Now make plenty time where they step in, you they say, oh, this country they don't pull subsidy on so items them for like then go able meet some of the IMF conditions there. So the first thing then go ask say for increase the revenue. So how you they do them? Like I just explained. Yes, you can able increase revenue without increasing taxes. Absolutely possible by expanding the tax base and more people then pay tax and that increase the overall. But we know say Salon not to the case. Salon not get the money for do their encouragement then they for their businesses then come and then that expand the economy. They don't get that. So then they off it. So how else you'd expect for like the increased revenue, not taxes, and that's what only see so. Even though the minister say, well, 2025 or so, no more additional taxes. No, that's not true because they need more money. That 50% now where did they pay towards maintaining the debt and not get for be enough. So then get for ask for more tax, then get for impose more taxes on people for let increase the revenue. So that's now one. The second approach of IMF, now for let you reduce spending. When you reduce spending, so meaning that you they bring more income, more revenue, and less spending, you they get what they call budget surplus. So that surplus they now will help you for restructure your debt so you will come back in a good footing. IMF prescription that. So that we minister they say. Say at this time, Salon get almost no choice but for accept IMF conditions them. We for ace tax, for increased taxes, and reduce revenue. Reduce government spending. You increase revenue, possibly through tax, and reduce government spending. But we all know, say, President Bion already for cut down in spending and already for stopping fly. Clearly, and also say already for reduce the wage bill. So Salon they in a very, very bad shape. And maybe, and highly likely, that it make the finance minister, they set the alarm. Like I would say, Udage Slayeri. I know say you don't say this in a cabinet when president need to listen. They ignore them. So now they can the media for set the alarm. So Now read them again. To address these concerns, Minister Bangura outlined several key strategies aimed at reducing debt distress and ensuring fiscal sustainability. He stressed the importance of adhering to the macro fiscal framework set by the International Monetary Fund (IMF), which includes limiting domestic borrowing and strengthening effort to mobilize domestic revenues. So if we not dey get that much revenue, President Bill wan continue with him fly fly. Tell me too, how he go reduce for to us? He go continue for trust, so that go trust am. If China, no matter whose condition China give, President Bill will go trust. If Russia give am any condition, as long as they're willing for trust am, regardless of the condition, if they go trust and continue in reckless practice. So then quote the minister Nayad, we must, again, underline that word, we must continue to consolidate public finances by improving revenue collection and managing public spending prudently, Bangura asserted, noting that reducing the budget deficit and controlling borrowing are essential to maintaining economic stability. If I'm Bulem, I go tap that part there. Or maybe I'll just read the last paragraph and I will take one more call and then try for wrap up. But this one in a very, very important for let we take and seriously. This not from Abdul Karim, but not from the minister himself. So let I just read the last paragraph and waiting he emphasize. And in fact, yeah. So according to the last part now, let bring and down small. Okay. So according to the last part, where the paragraph where I read, so Bangura also emphasized the government's commitment to securing grant. Oh my goodness. To securing grant, financing, and concessional loans to invest in priority sectors, including infrastructure development. Additionally, he revealed plans to issue medium to long term bonds as part of an updated medium term debt strategy, which aims to extend the average maturity of the country's debt and reduce short term repayment pressures. Before I remember, I will don't explain this to now how the government they to us, where I say they issue paper when a promissory note, where they call treasury bond. So now it is said that they will be part of the strategy. So what they go do now is then go move the short one, the short term way they're supposed to pay now, because the short term, like you get different period actually. You get from 1 month, 3 month, or depending upon the country, you get different, but you get up to 30 years where you did to us. So the question now is, if really we get Boku people and way they buy the government treasury or government bonds, tell me to why them for go to IMF. So he used this in a strategy, but why them for go to IMF? Why they not for they exhaust this one first before they go to IMF? Where IMF supposed to be last resort. So say this not part of the strategy. A theoretical something no more. I better explain this to una say now another way that way the government they trust money and then it pay down the road. So the people them now they say now yeah, the people them now we don't buy the short term, then go try now for extend them. And instead of they say, okay, well, we pay una we redeem them as they can say the debt or the paper will take them back and pay una money, we una buy them, we go extend them. So if let's say the short term, it is like 1 year and maybe 3 years, we go extend them to 5, 10, 7, no, 5, 7, 10, or maybe 30. Or well, they say medium. So medium go considered maybe around then 3, 5, 7. Because 30 now in a long term, 10, 30 in a long term. So they try for say that they go be their strategy. But now, given the reckless spending, this is not something where you go say, oh, now because of disaster and stuff, or now something where you go say temporary shock. It go, the country go recover very quickly and stuff. No. This president bill, they continue for dig hole for that country there. So meaning it become what we call structural problem, long-term problem where President Bill they create for that country there. But guess what? To Ram is see what they do say if it get for commot in the next 4 years, because less than 4 years, they don't do more than a year now, it go left. So where left, it go be the country problem. That mentality they make it not care. So now tell me, then are characteristics of a good leader, where they treat the country so. We're supposed to engage with a finance minister, but clearly, listen to them. For like the finance minister, they say, oh, for reduce government spending. Who they pull into paso? Now the president, because they're responsible. Now they take care of what they call the fiscal policy. Now at the head of the executive, not to nobody else. The minister they talk about, now the president. So let's take one last call from Bulem, and then I will just say my last word. VOS network. Oh, okay. Unfortunately, it's like the person tire, so it's sort of busy. So Fambulem, I get boku analysis, but I don't for go too far into this. Boku things then they were we don't talk before. So it just pleasing to me for like a come out now from the finance minister. We plenty of una go probably rethink and say, well, Mr. Kargbo don't say all this, and not to something way strange again. But the fact say again, I'd emphasize this. The fact say it come out from the minister, say Salonde in a terrible shape, than they speak volume. Clearly, what I don't pass flour or what I don't pass Gary. For let the minister reach to that point there. So Fambulem dear, as Sierra Leoneans, as SLPP supporters, as SLPP members, whichever way, dear, let we find way for make President Bill no say the country they go in a wrong direction. Like how Brother James say. Saying he don't even know Salon they go. Salon they go in a terrible direction. And the President Bill be talk about way and Escoma, all the thing the major indicators them that are worsen. All the major economic indicators that are worsen at our country day. And during the and they say Salon, they meet the economy on life support and all that. So now I sure say na dead cops Salon de pa. Because if we be there on life support, I don't know what thing else we go there pa. So I go say we there on coma. Or in coma. So Salon they in coma right now. The economy they in coma. Where it is between dead and partly alive. So me fumble them. This warning is supposed to be for we all as Sierra Leoneans, whether you know APC or SLPP. Because if it's APC folks then talk, una go say now based on partisan. So now make me the appeal to SLPP folks then. We need for stand up. Let we go and do a peaceful demonstration, peaceful protest. Because if I use the word demonstration, maybe it will then will be considered misleading, misconstrued me. But people in need for protest in that country there. And one thing where maybe I go left hand for Mr. Shilon and Mr. Jambo, if they go talk about that. I see a video where they say President Bill don't bring keke, or the government don't bring keke. So the reason we cannot talk too much about, I not talk about in a way for give me own take on it now, because I not it not clear to me. I read some side where they say a grant, meaning a free, and I read another side where they say a loan. So because of then two conflicting words, then we can make a big difference. I want for investigate a little bit further before I go talk about that. But hopefully, the people on the program on Sunday, maybe they don't get enough information for talk about that. I get me on talk, my own take on that. But because I don't fully understand if na loan or grant, or if na trust or free, so I go hold my reservation. So not to say I disregard that if some people let's say I'm as a good news, but even if it's a loan, you get different dynamics for the in play. Gandhi, okay? Because if now the government directly they issue them loans, then they're not effective. It's a very expensive proposition. So I just want for make people know if not loan from the government, we are more effective if government be done through a bank or banks. And then within government they do we for be very minimal spending on government for help Sierra Leoneans them. Government just like how some loans then where government they take, where then just they pay the interest. So the government for say, okay, well, we'll give 6 months. After 6 months, you begin pay the loan. You can start for pay interest first, and then begin pay now interest and principal based on how your business they go. So that 6 months day where you don't get an call and grace period, government can talk to the bank and say, okay, well, we go pay the interest. And government can decide, say, okay, well, because we they guarantee the loan, say then people are not go default. If then default they on we go pay minimal interest during that 6 months. Very small interest. And then after that 6 months, they wait a grace period to this person. They go down able for understand the care and don't save some money and all that. They begin pay the loan on your own. Government not for spend so much money with that kind of strategy there. But if the government say, now them out of the limited revenue, buy them thing and loan people them able, able. So now more and that particular aspect, let's just ask you a quick question. How many of you don't buy either a bus, taxi, or whatever send for una family them? And then they come back to una and say, oh, because of petrol there, they only they make money and stuff. And then go they pada do they say things then begin poor. And by the time you know it, they don't pack up because they're not able for save enough money for maintain the vehicle. How many of you I don't get that experience? Certainly, I don't get that experience this several times. So a similar thing therefore happen where the government put on. Because for one keke, if it be so profitable, beaucoup diasporas them for buy keke. Beaucoup. I not talk too much because I not too clear if not free or not to us. If not free, even worse. For let government not get money and they give people them things them for free. I want to tell una boku thank you. Let God bless una with una family. And again, Fambulem, my brothers and sisters, SLPP particularly supporters. I know I'm for pick on una, but una get the answer to saloon problem right now. Because if other people, even independent, non-APC people, and take to the street in a form of peaceful protest, the president be aware, say, and they carry the country in the right direction, then go label them different thing. as previously it don't label people that will protest as rebels, as terrorists, I should say. So me fumble them there. And higher taxes, they even solve the problem. So I just want for we know that. Higher taxes need to solve the problem. It even shrink the economic growth. It choke the economy. So higher taxes never solve the problem. So Salon problem, it get deeper and deeper and deeper. So I left now with this. I know say not to encouraging news or not to encouraging last word, but it's nice for let we know how severe or how situation in that country dey. So we go fend way and all we oja, tighten we oja, and make sure say we don't allow the president, regardless of whether he vote for him or not. But Salona we all own. And particularly the one that we did it, we do not get they get little or no chance for left that country day. So now una need for step up and say, Papa, enough is enough. So you need for reduce spending now and stuff. And now they say rightfully in one regard, they try for increase people in salary. All that to side the money then they get for come out. Wanna thank you, let God bless you now with our family. Let God bless the VOS network and all the presenters in our VOS. And una way day in, day out. Una they come and then we talk about situation of the country. Let God bless una all. And above all, the country where me and you to cherish, where we call Mama Salon. And one great country will get to one great Mama Salon, not to two Mama Salon. That country they let God continue for bless that country there. As I can say, let we not swear them politicians here. Because at the end of the day, I then get for make informed decisions. I then get for bring policies them. We go push the country go before. So until next week, where I will come back with another episode of Politics and Economics. Dear, I will encourage you now follow now tune in on Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for join Sister Matilda, where you go come with salon issues. And that will be 5 Eastern Standard Time and 10 p.m. Salon time and UK time. And on Sunday, Mr. Shilon and in team, Mr. Jamboya and possibly Mr. Mengot. And if I don't know if they will get a special guest, but we not confirm that yet. So I will encourage you now follow now tune in on Sunday, and that will be 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Salon time it will be 8 p.m. and the same UK as well. So until then, next Thursday we will come back. Wanna take great care of ourselves and let God bless you all. And above all, the one and only Mama Salon, let God bless and cherish that country day and rescue that country day from selfish people there. Tata. Again, for the people that we just join in, me and Abdul Karim Kargbo, they say, Tata.